As divisive as the Michael Brown shooting investigation has been, a new trend is emerging today on social media under the hashtag STLTogether.
Karine Savitsky has been monitoring the trends all day. And so, Karine, what are people saying online?
Well, that trend is action. That's how it's changed a little bit. People are showing us what they're doing. Now, don't get me wrong, people are still using social media to vent. They're upset, they're angry, but we've tried to pull some of the quotes, images, and things from Twitter and Facebook that people are doing that are positive. Cute picture here to start with. And they're just using that hashtag STLTogether. But this is what we're really seeing, people doing something today. Neighbors painting boarded storefronts on South Grand. We've seen all sorts of images like this. And it's really neat to see people getting out of their house. Andy Cohen even caught on to our hashtag STLTogether. We're going to hear more from him tonight on the news at 5. Noah says there's a service at August Gate Church at 6 o'clock tonight. This is another way people are using our hashtag. They're letting people know about open prayer services and open gatherings for the community just to get together and talk and be together. Here's people hard at work in Ferguson. A little hard to tell there, but there's about 3 or 4 people in the background helping board up this storefront.
We have a full staff of social media experts helping us out, helping us navigate through this story. We have Gannett people who have come in. In a little bit, we're going to hear from Bree Smith. She's been tracking on some of the stories that have been trending.
And it sounds like Bree is ready for us. So Bree, what can you tell us? What are you seeing out there?
Well, last night we started using a hashtag STLTogether, and it actually began trending across the country. And it's pretty amazing to hear the voices coming together about our community. And that's really what I want to share with you right now. And I also want to invite folks at home. I know this is so hard, and there's so much information, and there's so much with just the images and the video that we're showing you, but this community is really strong, and there are a lot of people praying to bring it together, and I'd love to hear any of your thoughts. So if you want to use that hashtag, it's STLTogether. This first image I want to show you is actually shared over 1,000 times. And what you're seeing here, this is a tweet from Russ. He's working with us here. There's a gentleman standing in front of some armored vehicles with his hands up. Really powerful image. As I said, it was retweeted 10,000 times, sort of reminiscent of Tiananmen Square back in 1989. Russ saying what may become an iconic moment. One man stands with his hands up, blocking armored vehicles. Lots of people sharing some really positive messages too. Athena sent this: pray hard for Ferguson and the rest of STL. That's my home, my heart, and my family. Hashtag STLTogether, do the right thing. No more violence. Another one that I can show you from Carson. St. Louis has been my home for 2.5 years now. Watching this news is breaking my heart. Why destroy your own home? Hashtag STLTogether, hashtag peace. Some really beautiful images too. Take a look at this one. Folks at Target, we are one team with many differences, but we all work together and smile along the way. Hashtag smiles, hashtag STLTogether. Showing you how this story is coming to folks that are working as we get ready for a holiday that's coming in just 2 days, how far-reaching this story is as this touches them. Adrian, I love STL and I'm so sad this is happening. Pray for peace and for the safety of those trying to protect our city. Hashtag STLTogether. There's a specific hashtag that actually was trending across the country last night when the violence began to erupt. It's hashtag STLTogether, and I think that there is so much beauty that is coming through in this. Voices of healing, voices of love, voices of patience, voices of a lot of hope here, and I did want to share some of those, and I want to invite folks at home right now, if there's something that you want to share, if you want to get your voice heard, use this hashtag, and we're going to make sure that your voice is a part of this story as well. So this is honestly one of my favorites that came through. This is from Emily. Our voice was and always will be the most powerful weapon we possess. And I do think it's so important to get that collective voice of healing together as we move forward. A lot of folks quoting MLK Jr., a lot of folks quoting Maya Angelou. Listen to this: hate. It has caused a lot of problems in this world, but it has not solved one yet. And she's right. She's absolutely right. That was with hashtag STLTogether. Emily also tweeting, this isn't how we heal. We can only heal through love and respect for difference of opinions. Love always wins. Hands up united. Honestly, we can't heal as a community until we address systematic racism, dismantle it, and rebuild together. Hashtag STLTogether. And a lot of these folks live both here in St. Louis, but a lot of people, as I said, commenting from outside St. Louis as well. The only people being hurt are your friends, your neighbors, your fellow citizens. Hashtag pray for Ferguson, hashtag STL together. We are all in the same boat. If we don't grab a paddle and right this ship, we are going to sink. So many people coming together on Twitter and Facebook. This is the last one I'll share with you. This one was really beautiful. Hoping for peace to prevail after a very tragic night of senseless burning, looting, vandalism, and riots in Ferguson, Delwood that sadly overshadowed the peaceful protesters who did their best to remain peaceful at various sites across the STL metro area, the nation, and the world following the grand jury decision. You know, Pat and Nicole, I was talking to Farah Fazal when she came back from her live shot earlier, and she was describing the scene to me when she saw some folks damaging an antique store, and the owner of the store was actually begging these agitators to stop. That was her livelihood. It was her antique store, and she was begging them with tears in her eyes, please don't do this to me. Don't hurt my business. And they did it anyway. And it's so important, I think, to recognize that the folks that are being violent are not the loudest voice in this city. They're not the loudest voice in this community, and it's not the majority of opinion. The majority of folks want peace. They want healing. They want to work together. They want to rebuild. And so we encourage you to be a part of this conversation. We're going to continue to tell that part of the story because it is the most important part of the story. It's the part that's going to move us forward. Folks at home using hashtag STL Together. We'll be sharing that as we continue to bring updates going forward. Pat, Nicole.